talking reckless. I won't even stress it. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address it. They staying lonely at the top. This the best. And even if we die today, don't live forever. Live forever.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Colts are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against the Eagles defense that will need to be on its game.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go! One,
now a carry for Lorenzo Taliaferro. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here we go!
Again, they run with Taliaferro. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go!
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. 8 yards there on a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
It was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second down, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had the bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey
had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Wentz going to throw. Being chased out left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. On the carry, it's Taliaferro. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you got 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there's a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Again, it's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They run again with Ajayi. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now it's Taliaferro. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about the game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
This is Taliaferro. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Dancing to his touchdown, Colts. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He finds Ajayi. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now it's Ajayi. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This is Ajayi. And some room to roam now. And now running right through it. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They run with Ajayi. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Brissett on 1st down. And Daniels has it left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
To throw is Brissett. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. They run with Taliaferro. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
First down, Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Brissett. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back with it, a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On play action, Wentz. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Barkevius Mingo, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now a play fake. Wentz. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Chiefs have added on. They're pulling away in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. A first down throw for Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Colts on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Taliaferro. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And a gamble pays off. They get the first. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the first down. They definitely surprised us.
Yeah, I was going to say, surprise, surprise. Here's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This complete left side to Aguilar. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And to give this time to the tailback. So this will be the 9th play on this drive. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Brissett. And he finds Daniels. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. Brissett to throw on 1st. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion. Play action now. Brissett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case,
touchdown, Indianapolis! Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Wentz to throw on second down. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Around the NFL third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. From the gun, here's Brissett. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Brissett now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Oh, the ball comes out on on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Colts on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On the run, it's Robert Turbin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Throwing, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malik Hooker. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give him 30 yards there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Al Woods breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Wentz. Flush to his right, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Flushed out right, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Henry Anderson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Al Woods in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. He got 29 yards that time. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Forced out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they try the right side here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Wentz to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.